Sure, yes. Good morning, y'all. Welcome
Hello.
to, hello.
Good
Welcome
morning.
to, let's see, what are we teaching? Destiny Delivered. Your soul knows the way. Hmm, sounds good. Sense your way forward by developing your inner knowing. Everyone in the right room? Excellent.
Mhm.
So, I would love for this class to be interactive. Back and forth would be wonderful. At the end of class today, well, maybe tomorrow, Monday, I'll send you the recording, please, Jesus. And I'll also send you an offer for a discount on a session. And if you would, I'll send you also a link to Google because I'm trying to get my SEO, my search engine optimization up. So if you could write a review of my brilliance, it would go a long way to assisting me get this work out into the world because this is my legacy. Hello, that's my dog. There we go. Ubadiah, come here. That's Ubi right there. Okay, so he may be running around in the back. Okay. All right. Those of you who don't know, I work in Seattle, Washington, in the North End. I do Zoom sessions with people around the world, and I do in-person sessions here in Seattle for those who want it. All righty. So I would like to know when I tuned in this morning, they said, you really should ask them what they want out of the class. And from that, we'll structure it accordingly. Does that sound okay? So, Colby, my name is, and what I'd like today is X, Y, and Z. Sound good? Sound great? Okay, great. All right. So I'll say my bit, then I'll pick one of you, and you say you bit, and then you pick on somebody else. Let's be succinct. Let's be succinct and do this because I'm going to be taking notes and we'll structure then I'll tune in and we'll structure it. Sound good? Is it okay for everyone if we run about 5 or 10 minutes over?
Yes.
Oh, wonderful, Judy. Wonderful, wonderful. So my name's Colby. What I'd like out of today is a greater sense of my well-being when I tune in and work with you all. That's what I'd like. Judy, I'm going with you, my friend.
Alrighty.
Which, oh,
My
Jude.
name, is there more
Oh,
than
there are
one
two
Judy?
Judy. Judy
Oh,
in blue. Judy in blue.
okay. That must be me. Hello, I'm Judy. And what I would like out of today is uh, peace of mind about what I'm, about the doingness in my life.
Got it.
Okay.
Who's going next?
I don't see the whole group. So the other Judy,
The
the
other
other Judy.
Judy. Hello,
Hi, my
Judy,
name
too.
is Judy. And what I would like out of today is some direction about what to do with my future.
Okay. Thank you. Who's going next, Judy? In red.
How about Elaine?
Elaine, you're up.
Hi, Kobe.
Hello, Elaine.
What I would like, I'm really open to whatever comes, but I would really like to feel more of a connection to intuition and to guidance.
Got it. Wonderful. Who's next, Elaine?
I need new glasses. Elena?
Uh, Hi, I'm Elena, and from today, I would like all of us to have a wonderful time together. And I would like some guidance as to how to let all the remaining clutter go and to be bringing more joy and beauty in my life.
Got it. The more specific you all are, the better, right? The more specific. So thank you, Elena. Who's next, Elena?
I only see you, Colby.
Well, That happens to a lot of people, Elena. How about you,
Give me a
Teresa?
name.
Okay, my name is Teresa, and I would like more clarity, guidance, and direction coming from my soul
Let me push you. About what?
about my next steps.
Notice there's less and less specificity. The more specific you can be, the more thread I can see about my love life, about work.
I I need to change my whole life, and I don't know where to begin, where to start.
Okay. Who's next, Teresa?
Melita?
Yes. Hi, my name is Mel. Yes, I would like to get in contact with myself because it's somewhere hiding. And what do I want? Maybe more joy in my life, perhaps, and more order, and more order, less chaos.
Got it. Thank you very much. Who's next, Mel?
Oh, well, the same. I can't see the others. If I can
How about
operate this mobile.
I'll help you out. How about you, Roberta?
I am Roberta, and it was the title that grabbed me. Your soul knows the way. So we could have the same conversation you had with Teresa, um, because that's kind of where I'm at. Is it's sort of everything right now feels like I don't know which way to turn. But I recently lost my job, and because of that, I'm wondering where I'm going to live. So that's a big chunk of it.
Understood. Thank you very much, Roberta. Did we get everyone? I don't even know. I think we did. Did we get it? Madalena, did we not get you?
No.
Yeah.
Hello,
Please
my
don't
name
make
is
that mean
Mother.
that you're not important. Please.
Okay.
I'm just forgetful. Go ahead, please.
Okay, my name is Madalina, and I would like to remove the blockages I have in animal communication. I'm studying it, and
Oh, okay.
thank you.
All right. Let's pray. I'm going to go into state. The thing that you can do to help yourself and to help me is to keep your attention 3 fingers below your belly button and in the middle of you. The more you're embodied, meaning the more your attention's in your body, the more you're going to calm down because your body's going to be like, ah, she's in here. Thank goodness. Okay. If you're in my space, if you're over here, it clouds me. Okay.
Mm.
And I'm going to tell you, hey, pull back, get out of my space, because what happens to me eventually, I get a headache because it's too much energy.
Mm.
So I'm a sensitive. Anyone else is sensitive? I imagine the majority of you are. So, there's a way I need to work to keep myself healthy. So I hope you'll understand. And if I say, hey, back out, please don't be offended. I'm just keeping myself safe. Okay? The gift works both ways, right? Incredibly psychic, incredibly intuitive, but incredibly sensitive. Giant pain in the ass, I'll tell you first. My hope is also these will expand and more people will go because this is a way of me getting the information out, right? So please, if you're enjoying these, please tell your friends and your family, assuming you want them here. And if you don't, get over it, invite them anyway. They'll become more cooperative people, right? They just will. All righty. So bring your attention 3 fingers below your belly button and in the middle of you. I'm going to turn the heater off. And breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Now put your tongue on the bottom of your mouth, just resting. That's going to ground your system. That's really important before we begin. The more grounded you are, the more energy you can run through your circuit. The less grounded you are, the more likely you are to fry. Okay, because there's a lot of energy going to be coming in. Okay, everyone good? Thumbs up? If you're good. If your thumbs are not up, I'll stop and be like, hey, what's up? Right? Hey, Judy in red, thumbs up, yeah? Okay, great. Okay, so now tongue on the upper part of your behind your front teeth that's going to circulate your energy. Here we go. God, Lord, all that is, all that's ever been, all that's ever mattered and truly existed. Thank you for my gorgeous, sumptuous life. Thank you for the gorgeous, sumptuous, vital, vibrant lives of these young people. You're all young. Atanaho, calling in the names of God that I know. The horn god, Adonai, nature, the great mystery, Yashavua, Veti, the monkey god, Ganesha, Hanuman. There we go. There we go. Odin, the great spirit. And although you go by many names in many aspects, I'm seeking to connect to the source, the true source, that which is created. There we go. I call in my angels, your angels, if that's okay. Say yes. Yes. Cool.
Yes.
Yes.
Call in my awakened, healed ancestors. And I'm not going to do that with you all because it's just going to get too crowded. And I'm going to call in my animal totems. Not mine. I mean, we share them, but the ones that I work with. There we go. I'm going to call in your central cells. Is that okay?
Yes.
Central cells is the complete conglomeration of you, including your lower self, higher self, all of you. Okay, your central cells. There we go. And we ask for this space to be held clear and brilliant as we undertake connecting more and more to who we are. Okay, let me ask what we're doing today. What are we doing? Let me look at my pad. Okay, got it. All right. So a couple of things first. The problem with energy work or spiritual work, which I'm going to acknowledge here, is that if I increase your bandwidth, not me, but they increase your bandwidth to handle more energy and be more aware, and we don't deal with your ego, you suffer an imbalance. And what happens is your life starts to fall apart because you can't keep up with what you know from the energetic transmission. Does that make sense? Thumbs up. Any questions? Jump in anytime. Anyone's life has fallen apart by doing too much spiritual work? You think that may be the case? Okay. If that is the case, that means we need to keep the spiritual work where it is and up your relationship with your ego. Not to have a stronger ego, but for you to recognize when your ego is playing with you. Okay? Because you can't keep up with the change. Okay? So we're going to do both today. Okay? Anything feels uncomfortable, please let me know. Everyone works differently. I'm going to keep my many eyes on all of you, and we'll go from there. If you want to go deeper than what this class is offering, then it's to sign up for session work. Okay? Because you didn't come to this class to hear me work on any particular individual, and you sit there like, what does this have to do with me? Okay? Make sense? The game is the game of hide and seek. That's the game. God, the divine, the creator, divided itself up into parts, you being one of those parts, I being another, actually many parts, and then forgot that it divided itself. And so is in a game of hide and seek, looking and finding you, and you looking and finding God. It's a giant game of hide and seek, okay? Such that you also are not one part of the divine. You're hundreds of parts of the divine, thousands, millions, okay? You're not just one being, you are many beings. And so you have hidden your parts in different places. And so today, hopefully, we will connect those parts or some of them, okay? What happens in the macro is happening in the micro. always. Make sense? So if something's not happening for you that you ideally want to happen, it's one of two things in my not so humble opinion. One, you're in a karmic tide. Consider that consciousness is an ocean. That's been said a lot, right? Water, consciousness. In the ocean, there are riptides. So I'm from Long Island, and my mother would be, don't get caught in the riptide, because if you get caught in the riptide, out you go into the sea. Okay. And if you get caught, don't swim against it because you have no shot in hell. You're going to get tired and drown. Okay. If you get caught in a riptide, the thing to do is keep your eye on the horizon where you want to go and allow yourself to float out and tread water. Preserve your energy. Do not fight what's happening. Allow what's happening until the riptide spits you out. And then you have an opportunity to swim free or get into a different type of tide. If something is happening with you that you don't want to be happening, it could be that you are in a riptide, a karmic current that you have been waiting to be in for lifetimes. And the thing to do is not to fight, but to accept. One, if something's not happening, the other option is you don't really want what you think you want. Okay. So for instance, I told the story on a podcast yesterday. I was with a woman who wanted to be married, lovely, attractive, beautiful on the inside. She couldn't find a partner. I talked to my beings. They said she doesn't want a partner. She wants to be validated. Having a partner and being validated are in opposition. Therefore, finding a partner is not going to happen. She needs to first know how to validate herself. So if you want something that's not happening, it may be because it's not really what you want. Okay? Two possibilities in my world. If it's, I want it, I think I want it, then it's an inspection. Do you really want it? And if it's a karmic tide, it's a different treatment. Okay? It's about teaching you all how to accept and allow. Makes sense so far? Okay. This is the ego piece. And then we'll do the energetic, because I assume that's why a lot of people are here. Ubi. Hey, stop. Thank you. Sorry, ladies. So, the other way of finding out what your destiny, or the way to find out what your destiny is, there's a couple of different places to look. What did your parents say over and over and over again that will give you your destiny? My father would say a lot, don't upset your mother. That's what he would say over and over. What he didn't say was, don't upset your mother and realize you can't upset anyone. That's my destiny, to realize I can't upset anyone. My mother would say, if it's not one thing, it's something else. What she didn't say was, so you better be beyond circumstance. Your destiny is given by your parents. A lot of times there's a hint in what they said and didn't say. This will tell you what you're here for. I am here. One of my karmic lessons is realize you can't upset anyone, Colby. That's on them. And you best be beyond circumstance. That's it. And then if I know that that's what I'm here, then things shape around it. I don't need to worry about the form. So far, so good? Anyone see anything? Yes, my friend Judy in blue. Thank you for the question. I really
Sure.
appreciate the interaction. Yes.
What do you mean be beyond circumstance?
Be beyond not having money, be beyond not having a partner, be beyond, like, don't get all
Oh,
sour that situations aren't going your way. Be beyond them.
oh, okay. Yeah.
Right.
Thanks.
It's always, my mother always complained, oh, it's always one thing, it's something else. She always had something to worry about, a lot of drama. What she didn't say and what she needed to learn was
Mm,
best be beyond circumstance. She didn't get that in this life, past life, in this life, but it is mine to get because there is genetic inheritance. Okay.
Mm.
Questions or anyone see anything Or that was very interesting. Miss Judy, right hand side of my screen.
Um, so I think you used the phrase your destiny. Each of us has a destiny.
Ah, it's a great point. Judy, I love you. And you are my favorite student. And that's a hint how to get on my good side. Ask questions.
Okay.
We have things, in my not so humble opinion, that we are here to learn, that we came to learn, and we created circumstance, parentage, genetics, in order to make that happen. That's our destiny. And the more you realize what you're here to learn and you allow it, the quicker things go
Mm-mm.
and the easier. Yes, my friend Judy in blue. The Judys are winning. Go, Judy.
Judy in red. Judy in
Red.
red.
Yeah, Judy in red.
Yeah. So I'm a little, I don't know, maybe disheartened by that. My parents over and over again told us that, you know, it was us against the world and that we weren't worth anything. Is that, I mean,
No,
my
but what
destiny is to
what
live
did
through
Judy
that. I've been
Judy
fighting it all these years.
right. So they said it's us against the world and you're not worth anything,
Right.
right? My mother said it's always one thing or something else. What she didn't say was you better be beyond.
Mm.
So it's what they didn't say that gives you your destiny. It's what they did say that they need to learn that now you need to learn. So your parents said it's you against the world. What they didn't say is there's no against. It's all for. It's all for. They said you're a piece of shit. Pardon me. What they didn't say is that's only a perspective. It's not real. You're limitless. You're magnificent. You are of the creator. It's what they didn't say that they themselves needed to get and now is yours to get. Does that make sense, Judy? The point here is not to get like it's like it gives you people get overwhelmed by their path, their soul path. I'm trying to simplify things. So you're like, okay, this is what I'm here to do. In my case, be beyond circumstances and realize you can't upset anyone.
Mm.
In my case, right? My friend Alana, am I saying that right?
Lena,
Elena, thank you.
Mm.
sorry, I'm also a little bit struggling. So how about the positive reinforcement I thought I've got from my mom, which was you can do anything. It was kind of always expected also that I do anything and everything, and I keep doing everything and anything.
How's that working?
Well, a little bit exhausting.
Right. What's the lesson there?
Okay, so it's what? Like, I mean, I guess the simplest one to come is you don't have to do everything. That's a
You
good
don't
one.
have to do anything to prove yourself.
Oh, okay.
Can you feel that?
Yes,
The
yes,
relief,
yeah.
right? The relief. Because your mom's saying that to you to buoy you. But within that, or what you took was, I have to prove myself to be value.
Yes, and you have to keep proving.
Right. And that's going to make you really wizened, right? And tired and
Okay.
mad,
Yes, thank you.
right? I really
Yeah.
got that you got that. So that's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
So then if you know, I don't need to prove myself to nobody. The other day I was burning something like I had a couple of things running around the house that shouldn't be running around the house. And so I did this ceremony in the fireplace and I burned. It was like 89 degrees here in Seattle and there's fire right coming up my chimney and my neighbors are calling me. They're like, "What are you doing in there?" And I'm like, "Fuck, I live alone because I don't have to explain myself to anybody. I don't have to explain myself to you or anybody. That's fucking awesome, right? Wonderful not having to explain yourself. Got it? So we find ourselves, we find our destiny or a clue to our destiny. What we're here to do comes from what our parents said and didn't say. Now, another destiny clue is what do you do and what's the opposite of that? That's another clue to your destiny. So, for instance, I am a psychic, spiritual, intuitive healer. Well, right? Right? That's what I do. Right? Here you go. Right? That's what I do. I have to realize that I can't heal nobody. It's not up to me. Okay? An actor must recognize they can't entertain anyone. It's not up to them. They can do what they're doing, but they have to let go of having to entertain you. A comic has to realize he, she, they can't make you laugh. It's not up to them. It's not because if they make it up to them, they're going to force it and they're going to be annoying because they make their value based on your behavior. A teacher must realize they can't teach anyone. Can't. It's not up to me. A judge can't give justice. So what is your opposite that maybe you have not been accepting? I have to accept that I can't heal anyone, which is really tough for me to see people in pain. And I'm really tough as an empath, it's really tough for me. And I can bend over backwards and do energetic tricks and fatigue the shit out of myself. I have to recognize I can't heal anyone. It's not up to me. And if I make it up to me, it's going to come across as bravado and arrogance and pushy and scammy and markety. It's going to also attract people who want me to be their daddy or mommy, right? It's also going to attract that kind of neediness, which I don't have a problem with people who want a mommy and daddy. That's my job is to help grow them up, right? But if they come with that expectation, it's not help me grow up, it's feed me.
Mm.
So what's your opposite? What's your opposite? As a mother or father, I have to recognize it's not up to me really to raise responsible adults. It's not. I can do what I do, but it's not up to me. Something else has to come in or not come in or something else. Okay? This is the egoic work that helps you to check your ego. Ego being that which makes you feel like you're different, either a piece of shit or better than everyone else, or special. That's basically the ego. I'm special, I'm different. Special, I'm different. Special, I'm different. So this is the egoic work that is going to create a foundation where we're going to accelerate our energy in a moment. Questions before we do anything more? The Judies? Do the Judies have anything?
Well, okay. I'll always have something. You said about the comic has to realize that they can't make anyone laugh.
Uh-huh.
So what's the point of being a comic?
Because
It's funny that you mentioned that about the comic personally.
So I'm a healer because I enjoy working with people in this way. Not to, I might be a comic because I enjoy comedy. It's my joy. But as soon as I make the result I'm looking for, now I'm outside of my alignment. I'm trying to do something to you, and I'm not respecting your sovereignty.
Okay, so whatever I do because of the joy.
The joy of that.
Regardless of the response.
Exactly.
Got it.
Right.
Thanks.
So those of you who are here, Krista, from what you're saying is Colby, some of that was, how do I receive more? How do I receive more money, more love, more health, more vitality? Okay, you can't receive. There's no such things. I apologize for giving you this truth. No, I don't. That's not true. I apologize to upset. I don't even do that. Hey, let me just move forward. The truth is you can't receive. You can only let go. That's it. I can't receive more money. I can only let go of my fear of not having money. I can't receive more love. I can only let go of needing to be in love to validate myself. I can only let go of the anxiety, the fear, the loneliness, what I make up for being single. If you want to receive more, where to look is to let go. What can I let go of? Now, some of you are like, Colby, I lost my job. I'm barely getting by. I'm at the what's that free place where they give you food? You know, one of those places.
Food bank.
Thank you. I've been at the food bank, by the way. I've done that thing, right? I've been poor and I've had money. Okay. Colby, I don't have anything. I'm barely getting by here. Okay. Then there's something emotional to let go of. There's something to let go of. Wherever you want to receive, look at where you can let go and what you can let go of. Now, again, this is the infrastructure so that we don't topple. And if you want to go deeper with your specific issue, please, I'll love to see. Love to see you. Okay. Questions. Judy's, are you guys good?
Good.
I think Elaine has a question.
In order to proceed now, do we need to have some sense of what it is that our parents instilled? I didn't pin anything down that they repeatedly.
Okay. Not everything's going to work for every person, right? So, Elaine, either it'll come later or it doesn't need to come, right? It doesn't need to come at all, right? But what I find, to be honest with you, Elaine, is people generally say the same thing over and over. They generally,
What about what comes to mind is what they didn't say.
sure. What didn't your mother say or your father?
Well, neither of them was able to express emotion. There was no feeling
Mm.
expressed and demonstrated. And so, well, except, irritation or
Oh, what would they say when they're irritated?
not much, but I remember feeling, now I know that what I didn't hear was thank you, I'm sorry, I love you, that must be hard. Any acknowledgement of any kind of emotion was absent.
Okay. That's a start. But when I tune in, it's what they did say stuff because I could see it, and their body movements were stark and sharp. So I see a scene in my head. So there was stuff that they said, and they would say it under their breath a lot. This kind of thing. Something to think about. Okay? Let's move forward. Ready, everyone? Okay, okay. 3 fingers below your belly button and in the middle of you. Bring your attention. Close your eyes. Down you go. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. There we go. First thing to do is align you all with the galactic sun. The galactic sun is the sun at the center of the universe. It is where the changes that are hitting our planet are coming from. Some people would refer to the galactic sun as the God sphere. Whatever. Repeat after me. I
I
I
allow myself
allow myself
Allow
myself
myself
to be updated
to
to
be
be
updated.
updated
to be updated
by the galactic sun
by the galactic sun
now.
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 Now,
So let the changes go through you. The galactic sun is where all the changes are going through. So why time seems like it's speeding up. Things are getting more and more intense. And so we want to be updated with the change, the templates that are coming into our planet. Some people would say the fifth dimension. Those of us who are sensitive and are not updated feel a lagging and exhaustion, being really tired for no reason. There we go. Here we go. Here it comes. Updating. Good. And clearing, 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 and cleared. Still coming in. There's a theory, just a theory, that there are some people here on planet Earth who are here to anchor the new vibration, or what some people would say, anchor the light. And this is what they mean by anchoring the new light, anchoring the new vibration, the new energies. And you know, the whole, is it Rhesus monkey? There's got to be 89 monkeys and all the monkeys start washing there, whatever. You know the story. So if there's enough of us who anchor the light, then there goes the theory. Whether that's true or not doesn't matter. What matters is how does this help you in your everyday existence? That's what matters to me. There you go. Okay, good. Good, and clearing, 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 and cleared. Good. Let's just take a moment and see how that is. The name of the class delivered is because you deliver your destiny to yourself by entering into deeper and deeper states of stillness. Stillness, I'm defining as space between thoughts. Now, people can get to stillness by taking a hot bath, exercise, meditation, walk in nature, dancing, lots of ways to get into stillness. The more still you are, space between thoughts, the more your intuition can come through. And your intuition is guiding you towards the path your soul has laid out for you. Your soul being the larger, wiser part of you that's attempting to get you what you say, what you want, and to have the life that you desire. That's what your soul is trying to do. Not take you off course, but put you on the course that you want. Your soul is taking orders from you. Not for a chocolate bonbon or a slice of pizza, but what you really want. And the more calm you get, the more deep in yourself, the more you can hear your intuition and sense that path forward. Does that make sense? Okay, great. Good. The galactic sun is still doing its thing, so we're just going to give it a few more minutes. And this is something you could do on your own when you like. Yeah. Good. Questions, concerns, compliments, those are nice. Nothing?
It feels great. Thank you.
That's wonderful. Good. Anything else? None. Madalena, anything for you?
It was very intense, and and I'm feeling lighter, easier now.
Okay. If you want me to turn down the intensity, you let me know. Okay. Intense is generally not a good thing, right? Spiritual work should be easy, calm. We're not trying to blow you out of the water. Those healers that do, they're you can't sustain. Your body is your vehicle in this lifetime. You want to get along with your body because you can't liberate without a body. If you blow out your wiring intensity, then your body can't really be a good home for you. Does that make sense? Okay, so it's too intense. You just let me know and I'll calm it down. This is not a no pain, no gain kind of thing. We can't reach. I see you, Judy. Just give me 1 second. We can't reach for enlightenment or illumination because the part of us that's reaching will never get illuminated because it's into grasping and it's into not having. Calm. Okay. My friend Judy in red.
So you talk about the periods of calm or in
Stillness.
between.
Yeah.
I have a really hard time with that. My brain is like a hamster wheel. It
course.
just goes.
Sure.
I'll wake up at 5 in the morning and lay in bed until 7:30, and it just goes.
Sure. So, Judy in red, I want to let you know that's not your fault. First off, it's not your fault that you got a hamster in your brain. Okay. Our society, our culture rewards that. Overthinking, thinking through things, perceiving risks, being cautious. So it's not your fault, Judy. This is the milieu, is that the right word? The context that we're all in. Okay. Not your fault. So let's have compassion for ourselves that be the case. Okay, for now. Now, I am a special ed kid grown up, and my issue growing up was I have very little attention span. They thought I was retarded. I went in the small bus, and they would constantly explain things to me very, very slowly. And by the time they finished their second sentence, I was out. It took a long time until I was college. I was like, just explain it to me as quickly as you can because I will get it then. Okay. So I have a very short attention. I'm wired to have a short attention span. Okay. I shouldn't say that. I have a short attention span. I don't know why. And the practices that you're going to be exposed to are very short and give you pretty immediate change. The key here, Judy, is to practice some of these shorter things so that then you can meditate for 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Okay. And if you can't, there's no harm in that. Then you just do short practices throughout the day. Okay. We're all not wired the same. We're all not coming from the same place and we're not going to the same place. One of the things is being as intuitive as I sense the path your soul is calling you to follow. Most people can only tell you the path that they've taken and instruct you accordingly. But that's their path. That's not your path. Your path may not include somebody meditating for 10 minutes at a time. That may not be your way. Okay? So let's have compassion, do what we need. Let's get ourselves still. Just a little bit, and it'll grow. Okay, Judy?
Thank you.
Sure, absolutely. Of course. Okay. So much spiritual self-development work on the edges of it is making people wrong. If you're not manifesting accordingly, if you're not manifesting this great life that I have in my Rolls Royce and my private plane, it's because you're not thinking straight. Go fuck yourself. You don't know my path. You don't know nothing. You don't know nothing. And there's a lack of compassion there. Okay? Everyone has their own path. Of course you do. Okay? And your genes have a role in it. Your samskaras, your past lives, your power, all of it. It's so big. It's so big. That's why when I ask you Introduce yourself, get specific, because you're such a big being. I'm just trying to find one thread to pull. And the more specific you are, the more I zero in. I can zero in on something. Does that make sense? Good. Okay. All righty. Any other questions before we proceed? Questions are good. Compliments are even better. No, nothing. Okay.
I,
Oh, God bless you, Roberta. I
well,
don't.
I think the thing that struck me is when you said we're not all going the same place.
Not going the same place.
That was interesting to me because I thought ultimately we were all going the same place, but maybe. So are you talking about ultimately, or are you talking about just in our little lives here?
Oh, Roberta, I really like you. Almost as much as the Judys, but there. Okay, so look, I'm just going to share my personal point of view. It doesn't mean the truth. No
Right.
psychic can tell you the truth, right? Because no psychic's 100% accurate. That's just true. Okay. All of us have a God aspect.
Right.
Okay. Now, some people would say we all have a drop. We're all the ocean, right? The ocean. You're a drop. I'm a drop. She's a drop. The Judys are drops, right? Got it. I just love that we have two Judys. I think that's great. I think that's so great. Okay. God aspects, let's say love is a God aspect, right? Beauty is a God aspect. Limitlessness is a God aspect. Glory is a God aspect. All of us have a God aspect. Now, I am associated with glory. That's my thing. Glory meaning not glory, I won the battle. Glory, astonishment, wonder, awe. That's my association. Yeah, I do love, but it's not my thing. It's not, I'm not that. I do beauty, but it's not my thing. You could tell that. You could feel that. Like it's not my thing. I'm glory. I'm into astonishment. I'm into wonder. I'm into awe. Okay, great. I am going more and more. One of my destiny points is to become more and more glorified. You, my friend, are more associated with compassion. It seems to me. You're going to become more and more into compassion. Now, because I am doing glory and you're doing compassion, our inspections are to do the opposite. I am really looking at where I don't experience glory. The opposite of glory, wonder, and awe. See, I see you getting it. Is depression, is things are shit, nothing changes, blah, blah, blah. All the shit my parents used to say. Okay, life is shit. Okay, we all have an arc. We start here, we end here, hopefully. My arc is people are shit, everything is shit, non-awe, and I'm moving to awe. I'm not going the same place you're going.
Okay.
Your inspection is compassion. So what's the opposite of compassion? Hateful,
Not. Yeah. Yeah.
stinginess,
Mhm.
greed. So you probably had your earlier coming uppings, familiarity with that, witnessing it, participating in it, maybe, I don't know. And you're moving towards greater compassion to embody the vibe. We're all not going to the same place.
All right. Thank you.
Everyone's path is different.
Mhm.
Makes sense. And this is why it's so important that you develop your intuition so you can sense what your path is, because you can't trust anyone to tell you what your path is. And you can follow their path. They'll put money in their pockets, maybe, but it's not going to help you. That's why, how many people have been doing this kind of work for, I don't know, 30 years? Yeah, 20 years, whatever. And yet, like, a lot of shit hasn't changed. This is why. This is why. Because you've been following everyone else, not you, not to blame you, but you've been following other people's, their lives, not your own. Okay. Questions, concerns, thoughts?
Compliment.
Oh, compliment.
Get ready.
Compliment. Blue Judy is ahead. Go ahead, Blue Judy.
I like your style. And thank you. It's quick, it's succinct, it's right to the point. It's just my style. And thank you for saying what you said about your youth and short attention span and getting things quickly, because I relate. Just give it to me quick, I'll get it. If you go long, I'll nod off. So thank you for being you and for being here today. Yay, I'm happy to be here.
God bless you.
Yeah.
Red Judy, do you want to compete with Blue Judy, or do you wanna-
I'm very much connecting with what you have to say. I'm taking notes. I'm over here. Yeah, I gotta take notes.
Okay. Good. Thank you, Red Judy. Yes, my friend Elena.
But I would like to comment on Judy's comment, and that would be regarding the short attention span and concise way of expressing the essence. I'd like to say, as a kid, I had a physics tutor, and he had system where for any physics phenomena, you have to have one sentence describing the essence and one formula. Basically saying the person who really deeply understands the issue can formulate it in a very short sentence and get to the heart of it. Colby, thank you for being you.
Oh,
and
God
for
bless
your
you.
class.
God bless you. Thank you. All right, is it okay if we do another thing? Is that okay for everyone? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm in America. I have feelings about that right now. I have feelings. But on our dollar bill, I think it's on our dollar bill, there's a triangle and an eye. Is everyone familiar with that? And if you're not, I'll grab a dollar.
Yeah.
There's an eye. And the eye, I think, is inside of a pyramid towards the top, if I remember correctly. And that eye, from what I remember, is associated with the Eye of Ra, R-A, Egyptian god, blah, blah, blah. So to me, this is my reference and how I got here, is we have a soul's eye. Now, a soul, again, is the larger, wiser part of you that exists outside of you and inside of you. Both are true. And what we want to do, in my not so humble opinion, is bring our soul more in our body, more in our body, more in our body. Okay? The more your soul is in your body, the more presence, grounded, calm, sense of safety you experience because you have more of you. What we're all looking for is us. We're all narcissists in that regard. Okay? What I'm looking for is me, and what's in my way of being happy is me. Both are true. Okay? I'm looking for me, and my biggest enemy is me. Different aspects of me, but the same be true. Okay? Now, there is oppositional forces out there, demonic forces, ickiness. That's true, right? But that's not what this class is about. And we don't need to be concerned with that now, if that's okay. Is that okay? Okay, great. So we want to access our soul's eye and have it come into us and sit again in our belly. About, 3 fingers below our belly button would be the bottom of the eye. And then it's going to come around above your belly button into about here. It's be about here. Okay. Okay. Great. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to invite our soul's eye into our bodies and have it look around. So literally the eye's going to come in, big eye, and it's going to be looking in our front, side, and then the back. And it's going to look around, okay? Because in my experience, and this is just my experience, consider that you might be like a big toe on your soul. I don't know about you, but I'm not really aware of my big toe until I stub it. So we're going to make our soul aware of us. Now, in my experience, our soul has many different incarnations. Okay. Colby 2025 is one of the places it is. It's also back in 1849. It's also in prehistoric man. Okay. It's in a lot of different bodies, all of which are me, all of which are not me. Does that make sense? Sort of, kind of. What I want to do is, as the big toe on my soul, is I want to make it more aware of me. Now it's aware of me, but I like attention. I do. I really like attention. Good attention. Okay? We're going to get you some more attention from your soul. Not I'm wearing purple and I have a mohawk and I'm bedazzled. Look at me. Not that kind of attention. No. But good, loving, compassionate attention from the larger aspect of ourselves. Okay. You can hop into different lifetimes. It's fairly easy to see through the eyes of who you were and who you are. Now, having said that, all time is simultaneous. It's really infinite. It really moves like so, actually, like infinity, right? You can access all of that, but right now, and gain wisdom, which is really cool, and bring your attention down and in. Okay, is that okay if we do this? Okay, now we're going to go slow. Everyone put their mics on because if it's too much, I want to know. So, Madalena, put your mic on because I don't want you to have too much. That's not good. Okay, so everyone's got mics on, and kids go away, whatever. We'll be sleeping, so we're good. Okay, so bring your attention 3 fingers below your belly button and in the middle of you. And say still point. Please say that. Still.
Still
Still
point.
point.
There you go. And down you go. And what we want is your attention in your belly. You can keep your eyes open. For the most part, for me, keeping my eyes closed keeps me inside my vehicle. But, whatever you want to do is fine with me. You have a different vehicle than I do. Okay, great. You're doing great. Everyone's doing so good. Now, inside of your still point, you're going to hang out. And you're going to repeat this. Do not go up into your head, okay? Stay in your still point, in between your front and your back, in the middle, and about 3 fingers below your belly button. Does that make sense? Thumbs up if it does. If it doesn't, thumbs down. Okay. Red Judy, you good? Great. Okay, great. Okay. Repeat after me.
I
Call forward. Call forward.
Call forward.
forward
My soul's eye.
my
Soul's
soul's
eye.
Now,
Now.
No.
Now.
here we go. Now you're going to feel an energy kind of around you and through you as it makes its appearance. Into your body, in your belly. There you go. Judy, that looks great. In blue. Judy, in red, that looks wonderful. Mel, that looks good. Teresa, less effort, more attention towards your back. There you go. Now you got it. Can you feel that? Good. Okay, Roberta, beautiful. Go lower, Roberta, even if you're beyond your butt into the couch. Down. You got to go down further. Keep going. Down, down, down. There you go. Now you got it. Good. Stay there, Roberta. Elena, that looks great. Madalena, down you go. Through the chair and into the ground. There you go. Beautiful. And Elaine, beautiful. Doing great. Repeat after me. I
I
invite
Invite
my soul's eye
my soul's eye
I
to look around.
to look
look
around.
around.
So it's just looking around at your life in 2025. Just getting a little more attention. Now notice the feeling. The feeling. Give it a word. Calm, joyful, grounded. And even if it's not a word, it's like plants or bunnies. I don't care. Give it a word because it's important. And if you're not feeling this that great, put your hand up and I will help you. Good. I'm on it, Roberta. Down you go. Down through the couch, sweetheart. There you go. Keep going. Down. All of you, Roberta. You're holding out. All of you down. Like bean bags. Bean bags. You know, bean bags kind of easily. There you go, Roberta. Down you go. There you go, Roberta. Feel that? It's like making bumpy places smooth. Better, Roberta? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Yeah, good. Perfect. Just a word what this feels like in your head. You don't need to tell me right now. Because what my request is that you're going to do this on your own. And you're going to say, thank you, soul. Thank you.
Thank you, soul.
Oh,
Thank you,
so.
soul.
So,
Thank you.
More, please.
More.
More,
More,
please.
please.
More, please, without, frying yourself. There we go. Beautiful. Now, this is your soul, the essence, the essential nature of you. You could walk around all day like this. Okay. The quieter, the more still you are, the more you have access to the doorway that this opens to this energy. That is you. Calm, grounded. Good. And open your eyes if you like. Questions, thoughts, compliments. What do you got?
Is it possible that I was kind of listening to something, but I actually didn't listen anything, or maybe it was only my mind?
Well, you certainly seemed like you were down and in, and I understand your concern. Like, am I playing a mental game with myself, or am I really having an experience? Only you would know, but I'll tell you what I witnessed, which was that you were down deep in your guts, and I saw the soul body around you. Okay, when I started hearing things, I'm like, fuck, what the am I losing it? Like, what the fuck? I'm like, no, I don't think I am. And I started like slowly giving into my gift. Mental illness and intuition have a connection, right?
Mm.
Projection and intuition have a connection. But the way for me, I'll just offer this to you, Teresa. The way I know it's my intuition and not my mind is how deep I am. If I'm calm and grounded, I'm like, oh, I'll have 8 people today in this class, and I should really let them lead. Oh, that's intuition. Okay. If I go out someplace and I'm like, son of a bitch, fuck him. Who the fuck does he think he is? He doesn't fucking like me. That's projection. Because I'm trying to prove something to myself, to somebody. No one's listening, right? But the energy that the information's coming with will tell me pretty clearly what's a projection and what's intuition. Does that help?
Yeah, I was not able to to understand, but I had the feeling that something was coming.
Good. Good. Mazel. Mazel tov. Melina, did you have a question? No?
Not a question, just a comment.
Yes, ma'am.
Not a question, just a comment. It was such an amazing, in my experience, contrast with the previous where it was some clearing, which felt so crystal sparkly, light, and almost flying while in the still point. But this time it felt you asked for a word, and to me it came melting. I guess all the tension is melting, and the next one was, and it felt like I am being filled with warm honey. That's the consistency, and it feels so like you're light, but you're filled and warm from inside. And I don't know, honey, I guess I love sweet, so yes, honey like texture. Thank you to Colby and the eye.
Thank you to Kobe on the eye. I like the word. The reason I do the word, I'm just being aware of time because I'm keeping you guys. When I first called in my soul, I'm like, I felt calm, I felt grounded, I felt, I don't know, I'm like, this is me? Because I'm used to, like that, right? And I'm like, wow, so this is why I want you to have a word, because that word can give you, so next time you're sitting, you can call in your soul's eye and request that gold honey, however you want to language that, experience and more or different, but it gives you entrance. It's like a key, right? Okay. Any other compliments, questions, feedback before we depart into our day?
This has been fantastic.
Oh, good.
And my first thought is, really only $19.50, Colby? This is wow.
No, my
This has been
friend
really
Judy,
great.
I love you for saying that.
I mean, you don't have to raise your prices
No,
just
no,
because
no,
I said
they-
that, please.
Please
Because-
don't.
Judy,
But
for me,
yeah,
the
please.
goal was like make this cheap enough so it's not an imposition on anyone.
Yeah.
And I need these to grow in order to keep that price.
Mhm.
I only have whatever's on the website, I'm going to keep it at 1950, but we'll see how these grows. And if they don't do, I'll raise the price because this is a lot of value for the price of a movie, right? Um, and I also want to be of service to people who are tight right now. I mean, the economy's shit. So, that's just true. At the same time, I'd like this to generate into you all saying, "Oh, let's do some session work with Colby," right?
Mm.
So I will send you an email, probably Sunday, Monday. Notice it keeps moving back. With this video, I hope the link to the video, a request that you write a testimonial on Google, because that'll really help me. And I'll send that to you. And is there anything else you'd like? Is there anything else? The video request. Yeah, and our next class, oh, I should tell you that. Our next class is a month from today, and it's called Hear What Your Heart is Telling You. Tune into your heart's wisdom to uncover your path forward. So it's about accessing your heart, love, and there's a lot of things in our heart other than love, by the way. There's a lot going on in there, and the front of your heart is very different than the back and middle of your heart. Totally different energetics, right? And if you're having trouble receiving, remember we talked about letting go, that's a back of a heart issue, not the front, which is where a lot of people work, and it's so it doesn't generate what you want it to generate. Okay. All right. So today we practice still point. So you got that. And we talked about your parents, what they said and what they didn't say. We talked about the opposite. A comic can't make anyone laugh. Talked about that. As the infrastructure, we aligned ourselves with the galactic sun, which is a wonderful thing to do pretty regularly because the change is occurring so quickly. And then we brought in our soul's eye. Okay. Your homework, if you choose to accept it, is to pick one of these things. You can do all three if you want, but just one and practice it daily. Because the thing about practices, they're wonderful if you do them. If you don't do them, you just spent an hour of your time and it's nice, you had a change, but you want to remodify your field so that it's more consistent with well-being than what maybe you are raised to believe. Okay. And the way you do that is slowly, inch by inch, centimeter by centimeter, you do a practice that brings you into deeper well-being. Okay. If you want to work with me in session, I will send you a discount. Oh, that was the other thing. I'll send you a discount for a session. And we can go deeper on what your individual path is and what's a calling from you. Okay. Once you know what your soul's wanting, life gets a lot easier. Okay, it does, because you know what you're here to do. Anything else for anyone? Good.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you.
Absolute pleasure. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.